Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. So today I'd like to continue on with my women's suffrage mediumship interviews. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another special guest, Harriet Elisabeth Beecher Stowe. Okay? Just to share a little bit about her prior to getting into this interview, I'd like to let each of you know that she, for those of you who don't know, she was an American author. She was an abolitionist, okay? She came from a very religious upbringing, ladies and gentlemen, and she is the author of Uncle Tom's Cabin, a book that was published in 1852. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I still have my copy here, okay? When I was perhaps maybe I think I was about a sophomore. This was over 30 years ago, okay? And as you can see here, this book has really gone through changes here, okay? So she wrote this book in, as I said, 1852, and this book highlights the brutal, ladies and gentlemen, conditions of enslaved African Americans here. And what you will find, if you have already read this book, if you've read this book before, you will see that this work is no less relevant today than it was back in 1852. Okay? We learned that through research that Mrs. Stowe, she died from Alzheimer's disease. Okay, she was a Gemini. She was born June 14th, 1811, and she died July the 1st, 1896. Okay, she was basically privileged, if you will, in her life here. Okay, somewhat privileged, which is why she was able to write this very, very impressive classic. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like to do today is to just simply channel her through, of course, and to just ask her a few questions, okay? But I'd like to start off by just selecting 3 tiles of my dominoes here just to get an indication of her personality, and it might just tell us the same thing that I've told you, okay, with regards how she conducted her life here. She was a very courageous leader, okay? So before getting started, what I like to do is just to say a quick prayer, ladies and gentlemen, to just attune my mind into receiving her message. I'm also going to select a tarot card in order to do this, and the card that I'm going to select is going to be the Queen of Swords, because it represents her sign, Gemini. Okay, so with that said, dear God, dear Holy Spirit, dear Jesus, dear deceased relatives, mother and father, my 3 deceased brothers, I ask that you join me as I channel Mrs. Stowe. I ask that you watch over this experience, making certain that only the messages of God would come through. Please protect us all from malevolent forces, energies. Please help me release my ego fears so that I can clearly see, clearly hear, and clearly feel and know the messages that Mrs. Stowe would like to impart and share with us today. Okay? So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to first go on, and as I said, I'm going to take out this card here to channel her. Okay, I have these cards all over here. And I'm going to select the Queen of Swords here in order to represent her. Actually, in this deck, it's represented as the Sybil of Swords here. Okay? And this is the card that I'm going to be using to channel messages from her. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this reading, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive future readings, okay? So let's go on and just start off by just selecting the three tiles. She's going to guide me to the three tiles that best um, shows her attributes here, okay? And I'm going to be using the dominoes, so three tiles, please. Okay, I'm going to select this tile, select this tile, and I'm going to select this tile here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and just review the numbers here to see what Miss Stowe wants us to know in regards to her personality here. Now we have two sixes there, ladies and gentlemen, so that certainly says that this woman was very, very intuitive here. It emphasizes the fact, because you have the two sixes there. Very philosophical, generous, but at times she was very jealous and argumentative here. All right, and wow, we also have two fives there, so she's certainly saying that she had a very magnetic type personality, ladies and gentlemen. She was very passionate about things that she pursued while living here. And then you have two here. Well, one actually. You see, all of her numbers that I chose are further emphasized, overly emphasized. She had a pioneer spirit, very creative, ladies and gentlemen. Again, energetic. She had leadership abilities, okay? So some of the things that she's saying, she's already told us. If we were to reduce to all of these, it would be 24. So 2 plus 4, ladies and gentlemen, is what? 6. So again, it goes back to the fact that she was very philosophical. She liked to read, and she just loved to help the world and people in general, all right? So now what I like to do is just to dive right on into this mediumship reading, because Mrs. Stowe is ready. She's ready to answer any questions that I have for her. All right, so let's go on and just start off with just by telling you what I'm getting here, my general impressions here. She's strongly given me the impression, ladies and gentlemen, that she was very daring while living. She was a leader and very courageous, just as what you see the dominoes have just said. She felt she could bring about ameliorations for those who were disenfranchised, whose voices were muted. Okay? She was very friendly. She's given me a sense that she was very friendly, and I'm seeing her speaking and people just loving her and embracing her. She was an inspirational speaker. And as we know, ladies and gentlemen, a creative writer. She's coming across as very childlike and playful in this session right now. It looks like she's very happy that she's finally got the chance to really share her message. Because again, she was an avid writer, okay? So, Mrs. Beecher or Stowe, could you please tell me a bit more about yourself? She's really given me a sense, ladies and gentlemen, that she felt she died a bit too soon. Well, Mrs. Beecher, you did die at 85 years old. That's really a good, long life to live. But she's saying that, yes, she did live that long, but she just feels that she died too soon and had more to accomplish. Okay? She's saying that she visits her descendants quite often. And she wishes she had lived. She's given this feeling to kind of see the results of, what she stood or what she wanted to see happen prior to her death, her struggle. She says that while living, she dared to be different, okay? And she was a person, if you will, that marched to the beat of her own drama. You know, she broke against convention, if you will. Okay? She's giving me a sense that she was very mystical and she sacrificed herself constantly for the sake of others. She's The impression I'm getting from her is that she was really, really, truly a saint, ladies and gentlemen, in her own right. Okay? So, Mrs. Stowe, how did you die? Or issues surrounding your death? Because we do know how you died. You know, research says that you died from Alzheimer's disease. So, but can you tell us a bit more? She's showing me a hospital or some type of physical therapy type area where she might have passed. I'm seeing something connected with that. She says that her home was very, very happy and secure. I'm seeing a house or something that she's showing me that she may have bought prior to her death. And I'm seeing some type of celebration that might have occurred too as well that she's showing me here. But what I'm seeing here is this looks like that pretty much that she really died of old age, but I'm seeing that it was either in while she was getting physical therapy or she was in the hospital. So Miss Stowe, how do you usually tend to make your presence? I know that you said that you visit periodically. How do you make your presence known here? She's saying that she really has no unfinished business, ladies and gentlemen, and feels she's left a major impact on the world at large. And she says she visits quite often to see the progress that is being made, by other women who have, who follows her, other abolitionists. Is there anything else that you would like to say in regards to this that you like to share here? She really wants the world to continue to strive for the best. Don't accept less than others, whether it's a female or a male. Okay, that's what she's saying here. Since you said you had no unfinished business, I would expect that you don't need help moving on, Mrs. Stowe. So I'm just going to ask, can I help you move on in any way? I feel that she doesn't have any problems moving on, but it looks like she wants to. It looks something that she wants to. She wants forgiveness for, or and she seems like she wants to make amends to something that she didn't do correctly while living here. And of course, this is something that perhaps the family can confirm or will have to confirm. In addition to that, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us? She's saying that while her life was filled with obstacles, ladies and gentlemen, she is very happy and feels that her dreams, just as Martin Luther King, his dreams really have finally come true. She says she moves things and plays with electrical appliances to often get her descendants' attention. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that is something that I can't confirm. Her descendants or, people who were close to her can, and I'm sure that they are still living. All right. So this is what I'm getting when it comes to her, the questions that I've asked her in terms of the interview. So what I like to do is to close out this session, ladies and gentlemen, and to give you 5 more messages that Mrs. Stowe would like you to know here. Okay. So Mrs. Stowe, please give me 5 final messages to share, not only to your descendants, but also to the world at large. What final messages would you like to share? What final messages would you like to share? Okay, let's see what we have. Wow. She's saying that now that she's crossed over, she certainly has a new awareness and a new understanding. Next message. She feels that now that she's crossed over, she is so much better now, and rightfully so. Okay? She has no more pain, no more hurts. She's not struggling anymore. Okay? Next message. She wants her descendants to know that her death was certainly painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Next message. She wants her family to know that just as a compass, she will certainly also point them in the right direction. And last message today. Wow. She wants her family and descendants to know that she always gives them a good night kiss. All right? So, this is the message, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, and should anyone wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to schedule there, or you can send over an email to me and we can certainly address whatever needs that you might have. There is currently an active $15 coupon displayed on my website with which you can apply to not only this reading but to any others shown on the site. Thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Enjoy your day.